I'm starting to like your approach. Now I have a feeling things are going to get interesting. Wait, so the Russians, well, I understand you think they're very good.
Yes.
Well, why he didn't join their
I like
army?
their politics, and here she's dancing, normally in stilettos. Only an idiot could miss this while watching TV. Well, this is Trump said that Kherson is Russia. That's all.
Trump said.
Trump, yes. We lived well. My family's rich.
Nobles, right?
That's from my mom's side, yes. And from my father's side, the NKVD. My grandfather, well, his father served in the NKVD. His whole life.
So oppressor and dispressors.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
See, it went well. It's like beating a drum. It's talking with you. I tell you the truth, you distort and twist it to suit your own needs, I know.
My name is Vladimir. I am a journalist. Do you know why we're gathered here today?
No.
You don't know. Did you apply for any exchange?
Yes, definitely.
So you wrote,
The
submitted
first
it?
time. I didn't write the second time.
I understand. We'll talk. Can I give you the microphone?
Yes, please.
Okay, this is going to be a bit of a problem. Yeah, it's fine in principle. Yeah, it's fine. How may I address you? Last name,
Irina
first name.
Viktorovna. Volkova Irina Viktorovna, Article 114.
No, the article is not needed yet.
Well, that's usually how we introduce ourselves to the boss.
Volkova
Irina
Irina.
Viktorovna. 64th year.
How old are you?
60 years old. Well, 61.
60 years old. Where are you from?
From Kherson.
From the city of Kherson itself?
Yes, from the very beginning it was under occupation, supposedly by the Russians.
Already starting to like your approach. Now I have a feeling it's going to be interesting.
No,
It's going to be hot.
Just the truth, yes.
It will be hot.
Some people like it and some don't.
No, well,
It's a habit.
it's just that the phrase supposedly Russian gives me a hint that they
Occupiers.
are not Russians.
No, supposedly an occupation. I'll say
Supposedly
it
an
more
occupation. The
precisely.
Russians supposedly occupiers. That's it.
Yes.
But in reality, they are not occupiers.
No.
No. So, a little about you. Family, work, what did
I
you
have
do?
no family. I'm alone. My son is in Croatia with his family. He has a family and also a grandson. They're in Croatia. They're living
in
well.
Croatia.
They've settled in. But they're not like these migrants or whatever they're called now.
Yes, yes.
Not refugees. I can't find the word.
How long
I'm
has he
looking
lived there?
for.
How long has he lived there?
Yes, he lives like at home. He got a job, a
How?
meatpacking
No,
plant.
no, how long?
How
When
long?
did he move?
They've been receiving Croatian citizenship for 3 years now.
Well,
There
so,
you get citizenship after 3 years.
Uh-huh.
They worked there for the past 3 years. He at the meatpacking plant and his wife went there, and their son went to school.
So as I understand it, their whole family moved there after the
Yes.
full-scale invasion had already begun.
Yes.
Yes? So your son decided that he probably doesn't really want to experience the
No.
supposed occupation.
I forbade him under no circumstances to join the ranks. Not the military ranks of the armed forces of the Ukraine, under no circumstance.
Mm-hmm.
No. And so that
How did he
would
get
leave
out? He was conscription
through
age.
Crimea.
I get it.
When the Russians were there, yes. Through
He ran
Crimea,
away.
yes.
Okay, with his
To
family.
Crimea, Moscow. Then Lithuania.
I see. But why didn't he join the Russian army back then?
He tried to join here. I said that's it. I listened to everything that was going on in our city executive committee, and I said screw it. No armies, nothing. Get lost. My wife's calling. Come home.
Wait, so Russians, as I understand it, in your opinion, are very good.
Yes.
Why didn't he join their army?
Well, I like their politics.
Why didn't he join the army?
Why shouldn't he go?
Well, how is that? If
He
you
lives
support...
abroad, that's the reason.
But if you support them, look, you support Russia,
yeah, so
right?
what?
They are good, in your opinion.
Yes.
And you have a son, does that mean he should defend it?
Well, he doesn't owe anyone anything, except me. He doesn't owe
Got it.
anyone anything.
It's just that your son left for a country that's part of...
To Croatia,
It
yes.
is a member of NATO bloc.
So what? And what?
These are enemies, aren't
doesn't
they?
matter.
Ideological enemies of the Russian world.
You see, I don't accept or embrace ideology. I have my own ideology. I only tell the truth. I must see only the truth. That's all. That's my ideology. And what if someone's spitting out lies and making things up like we're seeing on TV right now? I know perfectly well that that's the case. That Putin and Trump have reached an agreement, and it will be exactly as Zelensky doesn't want. And he will comply with this ultimatum. He will be delivered. He would have been. If he had been, he must sign the capitulation.
Well, I understand. In short, you, in your opinion, as far as you're concerned, yes, for example, your son, he in general should be outside.
Outside of politics, I think.
Outside of this whole story, outside of the war. Also, you specifically support the Russian side in
Yes.
this war. But you don't want to sacrifice your son
No,
for
of
this for
course
Russian
not.
sake.
No,
You don't want
I'm
him to
responsible for my
participate
own
in this
actions.
in any way. Okay, I get it. Your sentence is short, then, well, so we don't get into
11 years, if that's short, it's not funny.
about the content.
It's not.
About the content. So, it was said that, let's stop me from reading all
Yes,
this
I support
boredom.
it. I meant Soviet power. I support Russia. Yes, I do.
For Stalin?
Why? No, the integrity
No,
of their
for whom?
laws. That is, there is law, such and such article, the oligarch is in jail. That's it. He's locked up. He stole, he's locked up. With us, no matter how much you steal, it's still not enough, of course. I
So
don't
oligarchs
understand.
don't steal in Russia.
No, who was in prison from our Ukrainian ones?
Irina
Who will
Viktorovna.
answer for it?
Don't oligarchs steal in Russia?
Well, yes, they steal
Why
big
don't they
time.
put them in jail?
They have their own wealth, they steal it.
So
Are
why
they
aren't they
being
jailed?
imprisoned? They are being imprisoned. That's what I'm talking about. The difference in laws. They jail oligarchs there, but not here.
Let's play the oligarch jail game.
Why?
Well, to somehow understand how right you are, let's talk about the oligarch who was jailed in Russia.
Well, how
Well,
should I know?
now it's my turn.
Well,
Kolomoisky.
so what? And when
It's okay, I'm
everyone
just
sees...
reviewing your version.
No, what? Yulia Tymoshenko. Yulia Tymoshenko, well, she sat and had some fun.
What do you have
She
against
came
it?
out in heels looking like a sick cripple, and then she dances normally in stilettos. Only an idiot could not notice this while watching TV. Seriously. This
She
is
also played
insane.
tennis.
It's... No,
She also
this is
played
pure
table
insanity on
tennis.
TV. Yes, exactly.
Yes, I get it. But Yulia Tymoshenko, she could be loosely
Bad
classified
actress.
as an oligarch.
So what? She transferred enough funds to her daughter.
Well, never mind. Soviet power will come. Yes?
No, why Soviet? Russian enough.
The Russians have already swallowed hard in Kherson.
It was, but it will return. Trump said, Kherson is Russia's. That's it.
Trump said.
Yes, Trump.
No. Wait.
Well-
Trump. Let's be fair about this. Trump only said the first three letters of your phrase. Yes, of the word Kherson. He didn't say anything about
Well, you
son
drown that
at all.
out. Our television is ours.
They got stuck,
Relevant,
right?
Yes. How else does it write on the internet? How does it... No, Kherson for you. Did it write like that?
Who?
But that's not considered swearing. Want Kherson and Odessa? Suck it. Is that normal? Is that normal? I asked that question. You're generally from Odessa, from Kherson, and it doesn't mean it's...
Oh, is this the Telegram channel, Crappy Kherson?
How is this permissible?
Is this what you're talking about?
Yes, yes.
So what bothers you about this?
Well, that's what you call the city. You live there.
That's not what they call the city, that's what they named their Telegram channel. If you don't want to subscribe, don't subscribe. Okay, let's go. What exactly is your guilt according to the Ukrainian court?
What I was guiding intellectually, no one can imprison intuition. You see, in America they did, but not here. So, in short, I was providing an intellectual guidance, telling the Russians where this or that military facility was located. The one firing. That's all. I personally witnessed the shooting. I personally saw how they were shooting at Kherson.
Of course.
And
How is
that's
that intellectual?
Well, my intuition gave me these points, from which they were shooting, and...
So you conveyed it intuitively. You conveyed it intuitively. How, in what way? Did you do it over the phone, or how?
I was simply informing Kostyukevich that I will not disgrace myself. Kostyukevich.
And who is Kostyukevich?
Kostyukevich is the Duma deputy for youth and sports. His field is youth and sports. He is a Duma deputy. Igor Yurovich Kostyukevich.
Do you have something personal with him?
Maybe. He's too young for me.
Office romance?
Maybe. I passed it on to him.
Did the crutch get in the way there? No? So you passed on all this information to him, right?
Because they were annoying. Then I passed it on to Wagner, and I passed it on to Kadyrov's men.
And did you pass it on to Kadyrov's?
Yes. Literally 2 hours, and everything was decided. There was no need to wait long.
Everything is
Kostyukevich had to wait
right?
for the government to draw up the plans. And here I understood the fastest thing about Kadyrov's people.
Listen, can you tell me why, when Kadyrov's men run away, they leave behind such a bad smell?
Well, first of all, they're Asian. I have a sister, so to speak, a half-sister on my mother's side. She's Kyrgyz. And our mother is purely Russian, and the Morozov noblewoman to boot. So this smell, she was always scolding her for not washing. The bathroom, the toilet in the apartment, everything.
You think Kadyrov's men are such stinkers too, right?
Also the same, the smell of sweat.
I see. In principle, I think everything is already
clear.
Go to Dubai.
Clear. I've been there. Go to Dubai. There are Asians there, absolutely. The smell is terrifying. Same. And he's well dressed, really. They smell bad.
But stinkers.
Yes. It's the smell of nature. You can't throw it away.
Yes, that's what they're like. They say it's impossible to even get an appointment with Kadyrov. It's absolutely horrific there.
Well, don't go. That's all I have to say to that.
It seems like they slaughter the slams right there.
Well, they're doing the right thing. Each person does what they're supposed to do. Many of us do this.
Why does it stink?
And it is supposed to be. It was so good to ask my, well, not cellmate, but what's her name? Well, down the hall there, in our room. Everything stinks there. There she goes. Everything stinks. I'm saying, do you hear me? I've worked here, I know her neighborhood. I was there. The police came out, and I said, don't you stink? And, well, when the teenagers pissed on you, didn't you stink when you were laying there drunk? Laying there drunk.
Drink some
totally
water. You have something.
The file she's keeping says that she was arrested while severely intoxicated. It's worth almost 4. What did she drink? She must have been unconscious. And that's all. She also smells eternally. Eternally. So it's always the same here. Really, it's the same. Not much is different. And here I was naked and barefoot. I'll say that. The investigator didn't even warn me that it would be for more than 72 hours in total. Well, that's how they arrest us. I understand that. That's how it's supposed to be, especially at wartime. It's a mess, really. I'm blaming it on wartime. I'm under Article 84. Did anyone take advantage of it? Not my free lawyer, no one, that I have no right to be here at all due to my health. I'm the one here who takes insulin. I inject myself because I've been sick for 50 years. I've been sick since I was a child. So why am I here? They got me on a diet. Artem Olegovic got me on a diet, and I've been here 4 to 5 months, so the diet, if you'll excuse me, is strictly forbidden for a diabetic. It's rice, it's pasta, it shoots my insulin, it's not good. And it's almost that every day here. It's like I'm eating in heaven. I'm eating things I shouldn't, but I don't have a choice. Let my endocrinologist figure it out when he sees my values. But it's so stupid that I'm stuck like this. I never thought that it was in prison that people were mocked so subtly. They have no regard for any kind of condition or medical situation.
They giving you pasta?
Yes. Once a
shocked.
week. Monday, I think. Sunday, pasta for the people. That's, what...
Tell me, are you...
Well, I'm diabetic. I can't
Yes.
have that. You have to understand that.
What kind of alcohol do you prefer?
I don't drink. No beer, not even low alcohol drinks. At all. I don't even know what it tastes like. They banned me at age 7 when I got sick. My mom said, "You can't do that." She looked at Dad and she said, "Well, no."
Noblesse, indeed.
Yeah, for my mother's side, and on my father, it's the NKVD, my grandfather. Well, his father served in the NKVD. So
oppressors and dispressors.
Yes, you see, we got along just fine.
How they got along.
No, of course
you
they
know
got a
how
divorce,
happy the
of
first
course,
ones
of course.
were with
We
the
got a
second
divorce,
ones.
but yes,
Yeah,
of course, it's normal. We didn't kill each other.
yeah. These people in particular may not have been killed, but others were. Okay, these are some generally known things.
Yes.
Can you
Yeah.
tell me the story of how you met Russian troops in Kherson?
Judging by the crutches my son left, I just started walking.
And the son left before they came in.
No, this is
Already when they entered.
this is how they came in. The son was in Kherson, and he worked in Sinyavina's fish base, and he was a warehouse manager. Well, then I say, I'm already walking a little. I can make it to the store. Come on, get ready. Let's go, go. So he left.
So
And how he found me, I don't know. But then on the phone, I call him all the time. I say, where are you? He says, "Hey, Mom, like, I'm getting on a plane. I can't talk." Okay. He turned off the phone. Then when I arrived at the destination, I asked. 4 days had passed. Riga, then Poland, then from Poland to Croatia.
I see. He didn't go to Russia.
No, he was in Moscow, Russia. He was changing
He
planes
could have
in
just stayed in
Moscow.
Russia. It's
No.
very nice there.
Well, he could, but why should he if his family is in Croatia?
When did his family leave for Croatia?
Earlier, somewhere in 2 or 3 months.
Why didn't the family move to Russia?
I don't know.
Why not to Srizren?
Why? I have relatives in Samara.
To Samara,
So
okay,
cousins,
in
I have
Moscow.
cousins in Moscow, and he's a military
In Moscow.
marshal. He's not.
Well,
So
that's it.
that's that.
So why didn't they go to live in Russia?
I should have given the address. I should have.
My God, what a labor!
No, well,
Impossible.
they already left quickly while I was struggling with my legs. So I didn't really have.
That's right. Quickly, just through Russia and into Croatia. But somehow they didn't settle in Russia. They didn't assimilate. What the problem? It's a very good country.
For me, yes. That's where I want to go.
Tell me, does your son often send you parcels?
He doesn't transfer anything at all. He doesn't send money. But he sent me... Well, no, there's nothing funny about that. He sent me to the pretrial detention center, and they took from me at the pretrial detention center. The lawyer told him the lawyer was in contact with him.
Yes.
Although he had no contact with me.
Yes.
He was on vacation. We tried to contact him, and in short, I have no lawyer, no son, no help at all. I don't know what it's like now. I'll be talking like a prisoner, like now, with the rags I'm stuck wearing, because that's the only clothes I have. That's all I have. Tights and t-shirts and sweater.
How long has it been since your son sent you anything?
How long I've been here?
How long is that? A year?
No.
2?
Yeah, yes, two. It was his last money, 1,000 or so. I smuggled it, and they gave me a carton of cigarettes.
Well, yes. When did the occupation of Kherson take place? I just don't remember. November 11th, 20-something, that... 23rd? Yes, it's been like this for about 2 years now. Well, you know what the thing is. November 11, 22nd. Yeah, right. You know what the thing is? It's actually been more than 2 years.
Yes.
More than 2 years.
More.
This isn't Russia after all. Your son, if you wanted, could call the Ministry of Justice, for example. To the Department of Corrections, it's easy to even open the registers. You did consent to the processing of your information, right? You know we have a
No.
program called I Want to Go to My People, right? You've been told about it, right?
No one even said
Do
anything
you know if her
like
file
that.
exists? I'm watching. Yeah.
Nothing of the sort. I only heard from you. That's all of Ukraine.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
No, well,
This is what Ukraine is all about. Want to tell the truth? Well, there's simply no such thing, no matter how much you want it. There is none. We live our whole lives on lies.
what's true? Do you think your son couldn't have found you if he wanted to?
Why look for me? He knows perfectly well that I was in Nikolaev. He would have gone to Nikolaev and looked for me if the war had ended, and he
Well,
would have found me.
If he wanted to?
Yes.
Well,
He would have found
how
me.
did this happen?
Why look for me? If I had gone
How come
to
this
him
is happening,
myself,
Irina Viktorovna? When was the last time you contacted him?
a long time ago, never on the phone. When the investigator called, I was talking when I was arrested on August 31st, 2023. Yeah. That's all. That's
Yes.
what happened.
And you're allowed to make calls here.
Yes, I know.
Here you go. So your son could simply ask over the phone, Mom, how are you?
I could. I need to send
To him?
money. He should send it here to me.
Yes.
I would dispose of it. So,
Yes.
what about phones? What about...
Of course. Well, so it turns out that even your son...
He's doing the right thing. Well done.
Why?
I'll survive anyway. I'll survive. If they don't shoot me, the order will be given to politically exterminate everyone, and then, excuse me, we're all under God. So...
Once again, you're even allowed to make phone calls and use your mobile phone here. What shooting? You're equating being fed pasta and rice with torture. What shooting? Have you even seen the condition in that camp?
I saw
This
it.
is a camp that was made. It wasn't a camp
Sleeping
at
is
all
strictly
to begin
prohibited.
with.
Women over 60 are strictly forbidden from sleeping for longer than 5 to 10 minutes, and it's not allowed to.
What will happen then? What will happen then?
I don't know, like the administration. reprimand in this, what was it called? Not a reprimand, but a pre-trial detention center, whatever it's called, the punishment
How do you
cell.
know what will happen? It means you
I
didn't
don't
fall
know
asleep
who's
and
on
nothing
duty
happened.
if I don't know, because I don't have a badge. Is this Europe we're striving for? What European gentlemen? What Europe are we striving for if there's no basic progress, really? There's nothing at all. We're just standing still. And what kind of Europe
What
could
progress do you
possibly
need?
be?
Irina Viktorovna, please tell me what progress you need. I'll keep petitioning.
With the same
More.
diet. Same diet, cabbage rotting in the cellar. Chop it and stew it, or like they do it. They steam it. No one does that. Let them study first. As I said, study what diabetes is. It's not right. Nobody knows how to save someone from a coma. I was in coma for weeks here. I was in a coma
This is
for
also
weeks.
the same case. Very similar to the case that we already had in the camp for collaborators, only for men. So there's this body sitting there with this face and telling us that they're not feeding them enough. We went over there, looked at how they were fed, and showed them all that.
No, they
Fresh
feed
bread,
fine.
normal products,
Yes.
everything is good. Yes, and in Russia, actually, I won't say what it is in Russia, because A, you still wouldn't believe it.
Of course not. I haven't
B,
been
the
there.
Russians won't listen to it anyway. C, the Ukrainians know it anyway. So yes, I won't waste my nerves.
That's right. I think
They're
so too.
already running out, you know. So, let's get back to the events. The events. So you started talking about how you met Russians in Kherson, and we got back to the issue of your son. Okay, your son left. We haven't heard from him over 2 years, and he doesn't care. How did you greet the Russians?
It's fine. Everyone was happy.
Was everyone happy?
Yes, basically all the elderly people
Please.
remained. So that was...
Pay attention
yes,
and
yes.
find out how the Kherson residents greeted the
Oh,
Russians.
yeah, I saw that too. I
How they
know.
went out with their bare hands to stop tanks and everything else. I'll just show it and insert it into the video so that it doesn't happen, you know. This is the story of a man who lives in his own world, some kind of fictional one. You haven't seen it?
I saw
Have you?
it. What filter was under the Ukrainians. I went to Suvorov and I saw it. And then I saw how clean it was after the Russians when our Ukrainian troops arrived. The liberators. What were they liberating us from exactly? From what? It's...
From Russian invaders.
And they abandoned us. On what grounds did they abandon the city? Without warning the population to leave, move out, evacuate, and so on. It's
What exactly are you arguing for now? That the Ukrainian army had to retreat from vastly superior enemy forces? Yes, it did, enemy forces. Well, yes, he had to, because we had to save the people. We're not them. We won't kill everyone, so that in
and
the
then
end
come
they
back
wouldn't
and
come and take
return
cover Kiev.
back, and then
Come back and
then
return back.
blame it on people and put them in prison like me, and that's it.
Yes, people like you, of course,
Yes,
but you
yes.
yourself say that you helped the Russians and surrendered Ukrainian positions to them.
Yes.
And then you immediately blame the Ukrainians who had to retreat for a while and then return to conserve their strengths. You're the one who surrendered Ukrainian positions to the Russians. Doesn't that strike a chord with you?
No, they left us hungry, cold, and left. No water, no
What do
electricity.
you mean hungry and cold?
They left. That's all they did. They left.
So the Ukrainians
Yes,
are
they
to
are.
blame for the Russian coming in, right?
Well, yes, why didn't you Ukrainians defend it? A renowned army. Glory to the
So they
heroes.
came after some time
Why
and
didn't
stood
you
there.
protect
We'll
it?
stand there for everything else too. It's just that Russians have
Protect
significantly
your
more.
mothers who are now sitting in prison.
It's just that the Russians had significantly more equipment, weapons, and everything else. So yeah, well, never mind. The balance of power is gradually shifting. So what can you do? That's how it is. Russia was dealt a vile blow, so it was necessary.
You know, as it says in the Bible, Even the most terrible thing is the tongue. It's a small part of the human body, the tongue, but
Well, yes.
but it's the most terrible. It can talk nonsense. As my grandmother used to say,
You
he has a loose
specifically
tongue
earned you
and-
11 years in prison. If the Russians don't take you in exchange, I think that's the end of it.
Of course they won't take us. And where's our prison? Do we even have a prison? Is there discipline in
Russia and
prison?
see the
No
discipline.
name badges, no
Look,
clues.
here's
Every
Kherson
guard
for
on
you.
duty is just a scammer.
Kherson is Ukraine. 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 Get out of 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 Ukraine. Fascists. 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 Here you have the people of Kherson. Here you have the people of Kherson who are coming out against
Those
the
who
Russian
got together
occupiers.
for 100 rubles, or how much? You have to pay more
You're
now.
going to rally for
no,
100
you-
rubles, right? And these are the people who are going out against the occupiers when the city is already occupied, barehanded, against
They were
tanks and
offered
armed
to
soldiers.
leave. Why didn't they leave? They were waiting.
Oops. And here comes a new turn of events.
Yes,
Just now.
waiting. They were. What do they want now? To get rich? Let them take the houses. Those who left, those who evacuated after shelling
What
the
are you
dam
talking
were left
about now?
behind.
Mariupol, perhaps?
When the flood happened, no.
They're
Kherson.
simply dumped locals into apartments, and in the occupied parts of the Zaporizhia region, it's the same thing. And now they're settling those same. Chechens and whoever else isn't settling there. Yes.
Right.
And they are there now,
That's
right?
right, yes.
Correct. Is there any point in continuing this conversation?
I don't think so. It's a pointless
I have
conversation.
cameraman Anatolich and journalist Vadim who kindly provided us with this footage. I think we'll include it in this video too, so people can see
like
a little
beating
bit
a drum.
of it.
It's like talking to you. I tell you the truth, and then you distort and twist it to suit your needs. I know the work of a journalist.
Okay,
I know
fine.
it
Let's
well.
talk about the process
I'm
a little more. Because, yeah, there's definitely no point in discussing the ideological component or any kind of moral one. So the Russians finally arrived. What did you do?
I was sitting at home.
And that's all?
That's
Nothing at
all.
all? Why are you sitting at home?
What should I do? Go
So
out
your friends
as...
have arrived. When did you
Wh-
go out? Hug each other or somehow?
Well, I'm
I don't
telling
know.
you, should I come out like these idiots and greet them with bread and salt? What am I supposed to do?
You're right, yes, indeed. Some idiots apparently greeted them
That's
with
how it
bread and
was.
salt. The video I showed you is of Ukrainians who were
There you
against the
go.
occupation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Further, I understand that you met the Russian troops, retreated from Kherson in exactly the same way, sitting at home.
Yes.
And only then they did come to you. Well, actually, there were no problems installing it there.
Yes, and yes. They
I
followed
think
me
you just
for months. Yes, for months they followed me.
simply.
No, for a month. They accused me of being a potential escapee.
Oh, well,
too,
this is
and
nonsense. You're not
what,
talking about.
with a crutch. No, I had 2 crutches this meeting. All of it relates to me meeting with crutches, how I meet them. That's
If you did,
the only
if you
reason.
worked for Russia, then I think that the Kherson people themselves kindly simply passed on your person to law enforcement with a request to somehow, I don't know, take care of your fate, because they definitely don't need such an element in the neighborhood.
Yes, one is 84, the other is 70-something. They went specifically. Like in our country, they used to go around with a megaphone saying, "Who do you know? Please call such and such, a phone number, let us know," like it. And then it'll be incognito, like no one will find out who we're who worked for
Are these
Russia
Russians?
and who...
Russians?
No, the armed forces of Ukraine are
cool,
ours.
cool.
And it's how it should be. Let
The
us know
Russians
who
cut
it
off
is.
all communication there and
Is this
took away
normal?
such large displays.
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
happening in Kherson, you might add. They were brought out specifically so that everyone would start watching Skabiev and Solovyov. Well, it didn't work out, and the fact that our people went around with a megaphone
Yes.
and talked about sharing such information. And your information was shared, so, well, that's understandable. That's why you're here. It just... Irina Viktorovna, the situation is that no one needs you at all. And the Russian country, which can take you to its side, honestly, it should take you to its side because you openly work for them and you are completely imbued with their ideas. Well, will she take you?
Contact Kostyukevich. He'll take me.
So contact Kostyukevich, that's why we're making the
No,
video. Let's talk to your Kostyukevich specifically.
Kostyukevich Igor Yurevich.
So,
I really want to go to Russia. Please, if possible, exchange me. Please.
yes.
That's all.
Excellent. Igor Yurievich Kostyukevich, otherwise I'll be coming here, well, about every 6 months to this camp and, remind you that, Volkova Irina Viktorovna, who worked for you and was in personal correspondence with you, was simply abandoned, and that all your statements about protecting Russian-speaking people and all these Russian worldly and close-knit people are nonsense. Also, in principle, we already know that this is nonsense. Really, Irina Viktorovna. That's what I'm saying. That's it. I think that's it. Yes. Well... And which ones?
All the best to you.
We'll have a nice time too. What can you do? What torture methods do you know? Pasta? Rice? Don't let sleep? She say they don't let her sleep. I say, what do they do for that? Who knows?